Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hey everybody, and welcome to my very first Conan Exiles lore video, where I investigate some of the bits of lore you can discover around the game. As you've probably already deduced from the title, this video will be about Hanuman. So without further ado, let's dive in. If you head east from the starting area, while staying south of the river, you may come upon a cave called Hanuman's Grotto. Many imps can be found roaming around the entrance, and after dispatching them, the player will find a few more inside the cave. Many crystal nodes can also be found within. Venturing deeper, the player will have to swim through a flooded area where a cave-in seems to have occurred. Beyond the caved-in chamber looms a large room with a colossal ape statue at its center. This is the Shrine of Hanuman. Hanuman sits cross-legged in the center of the room with his hands in front of him, palms upward as if he was holding something. When the player approaches the statue, a group of spectral worshippers will appear, bowing in reverence to the shrine. Upon closer inspection, the player will find a note called Prayer to Hanuman in one hand of the statue. The note reads as follows: O Lord of darkness, of men who are not men, give us strength and suffering in equal measure. Let our bodies be pleasing to you, and our minds quieted from this conscious thought. Let us find the inner rages and loose them upon the earth. We give our sacrifice into your hands. Appease your thirst in the slickness of blood. Grant us the power of your might, the eternal strength of Hanuman. The statue of Hanuman is carved from black stone, and his eyes are rubies, shining in bloody contrast. Besides the crystal and the note, there isn't much more of interest to find in the cave. Many people have speculated about the significance of Hanuman's shrine. Some suggest that it may be a placeholder for some more content added via DLC, while others think it is merely the remains of some cut content that never made it into the game. The spectral worshippers and the note seem to strongly suggest that Hanuman's grotto was originally intended to have some purpose, and that human sacrifice would be the means by which it is activated. In the absence of any other information, however, we can only speculate as to its purpose, and to do that we need to take a look at who exactly Hanuman is in the lore of Conan the Barbarian. Hanuman seems to be inspired by one of the central characters from various versions of the epic Ramayana found on the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia. In the Hindu religion, Hanuman is a common name for the Vanar, a semi-ape, semi-man god. It is around here that the similarities between Hanuman in the Hindu religion and Hanuman in the Conan universe ends. In the Conan universe, Hanuman is a deity of cannibals and human sacrifice. We are introduced to his worshippers in Shadows in Zambula, a short story by Robert E. Howard, published on November of 1935 in Weird Tales magazine. In this story, Conan arrives in the city of Zambula, where he spends the night in an inn owned by a man called Baksh. After falling asleep, Conan is awakened by the sound of someone entering his room. He slays the Darfari intruder and finds that there is a secret mechanism by which the room can be unlocked from the outside. Conan realizes that Baksh must have some agreement with the Darfari cannibals. In his endeavor to exact revenge on Aram, Conan sees a young woman being abducted by a group of Darfari cannibals. In true Conan fashion, he saves her by slaying them all without too much effort. He discovers that the young woman, a dancer, was fleeing from her lover when the cannibals found her. Her lover was driven mad by a potion that she gave him, thinking that it was a love potion. This potion was given to her by Totrasmek, a priest of Hanuman, whose advances she rejected. The woman pleads with Conan to help her kill Totrasmek and save her lover. Together they proceed to the Shrine of Hanuman, where they find a secret opening leading deeper in. But when they open it, the woman is snatched away, the door closed, and Conan left outside. Conan eventually finds his way into the shrine, but is confronted by a man named Baal Tior, a strangler from Yotapong. A fight ensues, and Conan ends up strangling the strangler, breaking his neck with his bare hands. Meanwhile, Totrasmek has the woman trapped in a sacrificial ritual known as the Dance of Cobras, in which a maiden is forced to dance between 4 snakes, dodging their strikes until she becomes exhausted and finally succumbs to the serpent's strikes. Totrasmek mentions that this ritual is traditionally performed as a sacrifice to Hanuman. Of course, Conan ends up feeding his sword to Totrasmek and lives to fight another day. With this information in mind, we can assume that Hanuman may have been intended to play an important role in the Darfari religion. Perhaps he was intended to be the main deity and avatar of the Darfari and was instead replaced by Yog, another Darfari deity whose sphere overlaps with that of Hanuman. Alternatively, the Shrine of Hanuman may just be an Easter egg. Whatever the case may be, Hanuman now sits in silence in the ruins of his grotto, with only the company of ghosts and dust until, one day, the fire pits will once again crackle with the flesh of human sacrifice while maidens dance the dance of Cobras.